I want to give you a quick orientation of the 1 million by 1 million program and how to get the most out of it. We've had now a bit of experience working with members in the program, and this is based on the way they are using the material as well as watching who's getting the maximum out of the program and how. So my first guidance is start with the self-assessment. And the self-assessment gives you a set of questions basically to calibrate your current situation against. And I would say keep doing the self-assessment every 3 months. It's almost like a board meeting that you do for yourself, and just go through the questions and calibrate yourself against this self-assessment questions every 3 months. This is what that looks like. You've got about a 9-point questionnaire to calibrate against. In addition, I would say every time you sit down with the self-assessment, create a 3-month agenda. What will you be focusing over the next 90 days? Every 3 months, go over this 3-month agenda and compare with the previous 3-month agenda and track progress. So let's start checking off stuff that needs to be done. Like if you start with validation as one of the items in the 3 months that you work on it, next time you sit down to the self-assessment, that item should be checked off, and so forth. Within the first 3 months, finish doing at least one pass through the 1 million by 1 million core curriculum. And that's what the core curriculum has: bootstrapping, positioning, market sizing, customer validation, financing, customer acquisition, and team building. And do at least one elective. Whichever one applies to your particular situation, do that one, but do at least one elective. And do not ignore the case studies. The video lectures offer the synthesis, they offer the highlights, but the visceral learning that we are trying to bring you is going to be through the case studies, so please do not ignore the case studies. You will be coming back to the curriculum modules. As you start implementing specific strategies, you're going to have to come back and refer to the curriculum modules over and over again. Let me give you an example. Let's say in the first pass through the entire curriculum, you will have gone through at a somewhat high level all the different options. But as you start double clicking, say on customer acquisition, and one of the items that you want to deal with is email marketing, you're going to run into the subtleties of email marketing, like double confirmation, for instance. When you do it at the high level stage, at the very beginning, you will not pick up these subtleties of, for example, double confirmation in the case of email marketing. So when you start going over that and actually implementing a campaign, you will learn at a visceral level what those issues are. So you will need to keep coming back to the curriculum modules as you start working on specific strategies. Ask questions. Within the curriculum modules, we have discussion areas where you can dialogue with me as well as your peers and other 1 million by 1 million team members. Make sure you turn the comment notification on if you start engaging in discussion, so that every time somebody responds, you get a notification on that. But by all means, use that discussion area to ask questions. This is just a screenshot from a discussion area on market sizing. And as you work on specific aspects of your business, you can also use, discuss the strategies, metrics, compare notes in the discussion area. Metrics are really important. And what I'm seeing people ask questions about metrics, discussing their metrics, checking whether are these metrics, in line with the averages for that industry and for that specific technique of marketing. These are, good ways to level set with the industry, with the community, with your peers. This is a set of questions that came out of the email marketing module. Questions about how to, what platform to use, what are the details of that platform, what are the options in terms of frequency, how often should you be sending emails, blah, blah, blah. So all these things are useful to ask questions on when you get into the specifics of implementing a particular strategy. And as you work on specific aspects of your business, also use the discussion forum itself. The discussion forum allows you to open up new threads on topics that are not in the curriculum, as well as connect with people, form buddy groups around specific topics and specific issues. So make use of the discussion forum as a networking tool, as well as a content, user-generated content tool, Q&A tool, and so forth. Make sure you attend the roundtables. Private roundtables are a good place to learn from others, ask questions, network with your peers. Public roundtables offer some of the same benefits, except it's not a private setting. It's a public, less exclusive setting. This is what the WebEx session for roundtables looks like. And I strongly encourage you to pitch and get feedback regularly, whether it's at public roundtables, private roundtables, doesn't matter. But these are strategy consulting sessions, and it's a great way to do quick sync-ups. So make sure you do this regularly, because that is one of the major tools of our helping you. Try to attend, as a thumb rule, at least 1 or 2 roundtables a month, and pitch at least once every quarter, making sure that you have made enough progress from one pitch to the next. Don't rehash the same things over and over again, but remember I said you should track on a 3-month basis your 3-month agenda. Well, as you decide on your 3-month agenda, you can come and discuss with me that these are your priorities, this is what you're planning to work on, and these are your questions. Next quarter, after 3 months, when you come and pitch again, you can give me a quick update of where all you have made progress and where are the next set of bottlenecks or next set of issues that you're dealing with. This is a good way, again, to calibrate, to stay on course, stay with milestones, and so forth. These are very, very helpful ways to keep yourself moving in the right direction. Another tool that I'm finding very useful, and I'm often recommending to the members, is to generate a lead list of customers and channel partner introductions that you're looking for. And some of it I will be able to recommend to you, some of it I will be able to introduce you to, but others I may be able to point you to other places to find those contacts. But just keeping a target list in front of you is a very useful tool to bring all your networking resources together and apply them on that list. If you're seeking funding, make sure you complete the Incubation Radar. And the process of going through the Incubation Radar questionnaire itself will put you through a thorough checkup. And that's extremely effective. What I'm seeing is anybody who goes through the Incubation Radar will sometimes come and tell me that, no, I don't think I'm ready on this particular topic. I need to work with you more to close the gaps in this particular topic and then do the Incubation Radar. Whatever it is, it's another mode of calibration, another mode of level setting to identify where are the gaps, what do you need to do to fill those gaps. And also use the discussion forum to find buddies. Emotional support is a very helpful piece of the journey. So comparing notes with others, connecting with them by email, phone, chat, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever is convenient for you, or if you're in the same location, even having a lunch or a dinner is very helpful. Just form these relationships and use these relationships to help you move forward. And we will be checking in with you periodically. I regularly ask questions about how are you doing, what's going on with you, and so forth, and make sure you respond to these emails, because we need to know what you're up to and how we can help. And every 10 days or so, I try to send you an email and check in with you. Make sure you respond to those emails. And identify your bottlenecks. The reason I insist on the self-assessment is it's a very good tool to identify bottlenecks. Wherever you're finding bottlenecks, come and discuss those bottlenecks with us. That's another good way to use the program. And yes, you can ask questions by email. We try to respond within minutes or hours during the week, and during the weekend we, maybe hours to days, but we respond very promptly. And unless traveling, you would definitely get an answer to your email quite promptly. So that's roughly my guidance. Make sure you use the program.